Good evening, I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. Exciting announcements today at Chester Bowl on its new chalet being built this summer. Leaders at the park saying the new building is for the next generation. Northern News Now's Ella Showborough learns more about the renovations named in honor of the generation that helped it grow.
This summer, the Thom Storm Chalet in Chester Bowl will be completely rebuilt, nearly doubling its space and adding a third floor.
3, 2, 1, go!
The project will be totaling nearly $4 million, with just under half coming from community funds. The goal is to build a new foundation for the next generation of outdoor lovers.
We want this to stay the heart and soul of the park, a place where people feel like they belong.
After the decade-long process to start construction, nearly $250,000 are still needed, which will be raised through the park's Growing Up Chester fundraising campaign.
So many hours of time have gone into this. Volunteer time, staff time, city time. So the efforts we all put together are now getting us the new chalet that our community really needs.
But even with all these changes to the building, there's one thing that will stay the same.
Flip it around, Tom.
Okay. The building will continue to be named after Thom Storm, creator of Chester Bowl's scholarship program.
I've seen so many families that were challenged financially. They could never have done this unless their kids got scholarships. And this was like a little vending area and coat room.
Even living in the chalet with his family for years while working for the city, turning the park into his home.
I planted those trees when Elsie was born, so those trees are 42 years old.
That's why he's not sad to see it go, ready to rebuild new memories for the next generation, including his grandchildren.
They're taking pictures.
I just feel so blessed to have had this life and had my kids learn to ski here, now my grandkids.
With his name over the door. In Duluth, Ella Showborough, Northern News Now.
Ella, thank you. The new building will also include an elevator. Construction is expected to wrap up in the fall of this year, just before the snow comes down. If you're interested in donating to help the renovation efforts, you can find more information right now on our website.